Okay, so some of you have done chair yoga with me, and some of you have not done chair yoga with me. Just like any other yoga class, you just go at your own pace, really. Okay, so some things you might feel a lot more. It honestly it just depends. It depends on how you're feeling, right? So make sure your feet are flat on the ground, and you might have to. I have to actually sit forward a little bit, because if I sit too far back, my feet already go down. Touch the ground, so I have to sit up a little. And the idea is to sit up tall. So we want to use our cores, okay, in this practice. Okay, it's not like we're slumping in a couch. That's not the point at all. We want to use our muscles. So we want to pull the belly button in. When I say that, that doesn't mean we're sucking it in like going. We're not doing that. Okay, we want just a nice engagement in our cores. So we're gonna push down through our feet. Make sure your knees are over top of your ankles. Sit up nice and tall. Then pull the belly button in gently towards the spine. So you should feel as you do that, and you're not sucking it in, you're still breathing freely. You should feel just, there's a little bit of, you can feel that there's some strength happening, even if you put your hand here, and even if there's some skin and some muscles and some fat around there, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, we're supposed to have that there. It's for protection. But you feel that it's a little bit firmer. You can feel the firmness. Okay, relax the shoulders, and then pull that belly button so it's in and then up towards the sternum. Okay, and then we'll just give you a little bit more of a lift. Open up through the heart and the chest. Relax your shoulders down, and try not to squeeze your butt. Just relax your buttocks onto the chair, and then close your eyes. Rest your hands on your lap, and allow yourselves to arrive. Okay, just taking your time to arrive into your practice. This is turned up. So we're going to do just a little check-in with ourselves, just like we begin every practice. Just checking in with how we're feeling. What's going on in your life today? Noticing any emotions, any feelings, or anything else that might be arising. Okay, and then we're going to allow anything that seems to worry us or tense us or stress us, just leave it off the mat. Just gently tuck it into a little box in your mind and just move it to the side. And focus on yourself. Focus on the way that you're breathing and what you're feeling in your body. And notice those sensations. And we'll start with 3 big breaths in and out through the mouth. So inhale through the nose. Sigh it out. Again, inhale through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good. Back to your regular rhythm of breathing. Okay, and then on your next breath, we're just going to lift that chin up. Try not to fling your head back or crunch through the back of your neck, but just lifting the chin up. As we exhale, we're going to bring our chin over towards the right side, just gently. So it's going to be kind of like on a twisting turn. You might not touch your shoulder. It doesn't matter if you do or you don't, but don't force it. Then inhale, bring that chin all the way back up, and then all the way over as you exhale over towards that left side. Don't force it, okay? Because we have very, very delicate muscles and ligaments in the neck. We don't want to force anything. Inhale, lift all the way back up. And then exhale, just bring it the chin directly to your chest. You might touch, it might not. Just drop your head. Okay, then inhale, we're gonna lift the head up again, all the way up. And then as you exhale, float it over towards that right side, left side, left side, left side. Just mirror me. And again, it's like a twisty turn. And then lift up again. And then over to the other side. Go slow. And then inhale back up again. And then exhale, bring the chin towards your chest. Good. Then bring your head back to center. Okay, take your shoulders, lift them up, and then shake them down. And then lift them up, big breath in. 3 breaths out. Good. Again, inhale, lift up, and 3 breaths down. Good. And then lift them up, but this time we're going to roll them down back. And do that a couple more times. Up and down and back. And then one more time. Up, down and back. And then you're going to take your hands, you're going to hold on to the back of the chair. Whatever part of the chair you hold, you can touch. It might be the seat, it might be the back, it might be the legs. Okay, just open up through your heart. Take a moment here. Maybe the shoulder blades come together a little bit. Make sure you're breathing. Keep pushing both feet into the ground. One more breath. And then we're going to reach the arms out into T. And the right arm is going to come on top of the left. And we're going to give ourselves a big hug. So walk those fingers towards your shoulder blades as far as you can go. And then you can tuck your chin if that feels okay. Okay, and then inhale, we're going to open up the arms again. Nice big stretch. Push your heart forwards. And then give yourself another hug with that left arm on top. Again, walking those fingers towards your spine. You can tuck your chin if that feels good. And then inhale those arms all the way back out again into that T and bring those arms all the way up. Reach up. Good. And then bring your hands down. Excellent. Down towards your thighs. And then we're going to push the heart forward. So we're going to do a cow. So you're going to feel a little curve in your back. And then round your back out. So your back is going to press into the back of the chair. You can reach your arms towards your knees. Okay, tuck your chin. And then inhale, come forwards. Push your heart forwards. And then exhale, round out and push your back towards the back of the chair. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, go forwards. You don't have to force this. It can be really, really soft and gentle, or you might go a little bit deep. And exhale. And one more. And then sit up all nice and tall. Bring those arms all the way back up with you. Hands to touch, and then down towards the heart. Good. Let's do that again. Arms come all the way up. And we're going to do some circles in the arms and the hands as they come all the way down. Some slow. I'm going to go back up again and only go up as high as you're comfortable. Hands to touch and down towards the heart. Good. Keep your hands at your heart. Keep your chest open and keep your feet glued into the ground. We're just going to twist our bodies over towards that right side. It's probably not going to go very far. Okay. If you want to, you can move your head a little bit more or maybe just your eyes. But again, don't force it. Keep your shoulders down. Keep your jaw soft. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, inhale, come back to center. And then let's twist over towards the other side. So try to keep your lower body still. Keep your feet planted. Make sure you're breathing. Maybe your head goes a little bit more. Maybe your eyes move a little bit more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay, and then come back through center. Good. And then shake the hands out and you bring them down to the side of your body. Shake, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And there. Good. And then we're going to put our hands onto our hips. Okay, and do some circles. So we're going to make sure that we do not fall off the chair. Okay, don't want to do that. So you might feel a little bit of a lift on one side as you move over. And that's okay, just as long as you try to stay balanced in your feet and in your hips. You might feel a little bit of a lift in one hip and then in the other. Make sure you're breathing. These circles can be as big as you like. And go one more time in this direction. And then we'll go in the other direction. And it might not feel the same in this direction as it did in the other direction. And let's go one more time around. And come back up to center. You can place your hands just on your legs or down by your sides, up to you. I'm just going to stretch out the right leg. Stretch it out. Just give it a little stretch. Doesn't matter how, if you're lifting it high or it's on the ground. Just stretch it out. You can flex and point your foot. We do some little circles, creaky crack in the ankles. That's okay. Make sure you're breathing. Try to stay seated up. We're not leaning back into our chairs. You possibly can. Okay, shake, 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 and bend into the knee. Shake, 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 and then bring that one down. Okay, let's do the same with the other leg. Left leg reaches out. Point and flex the foot. Maybe do some circles. Creaky crack. Move it around, feeling those muscles. Trying to stay as present with what's happening in the body as much as you can. Okay, shake it out. Good. And then bring that foot back. Okay, so we're going to do some sun salutation. So we're going to inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, reach forwards up towards your knees, and we're going to slide down the front of the leg. Reaching towards your feet. Now you might touch your feet, you might not. Don't worry about it. Just relax your head. Just take a few moments here. You're going to feel a lot of compression in through the front part of your body. Try to breathe. And if you feel like you can't breathe through the front, direct the breath through the back of your lungs. You have a lot of real estate back there in the back of your lungs that you can breathe through. Okay, and then inhale. Bring yourself all the way up. Slide those hands all the way back up. And bring those hands all the way back up. Hands together. And then down towards the heart. Good. And then reach up again. And this time we're going to open up the arms wide and we're going to go down. Reaching towards those feet again. Whether you touch them or not does not matter. Keep your feet equally. Pushing into the ground. And then bring yourself all the way up. We're going to bring the arms outwards. To help us bring ourselves all the way up. Good. And then we're going to bring our hands towards our heart. Okay. Put the weight into your right foot. You're going to stretch out back. Put the weight in your left foot, stretch out your right foot. just look, do the same as me. The same leg. As long as you do that, you're going to be right, regardless of what I say. Okay, you're going to flex the foot, and then you're going to point the foot. You're going to flex the foot, and point the foot. Good. Bring that leg down. Inhale, open up the arms again. Reach up, and then float yourself all the way back down, reaching down towards your toes. Go slow. You don't have to go all the way down. So just go where you feel comfortable. If you're getting a little bit dizzy, just go slowly back up again. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Arms reach out to the sides. Hands together. And then draw those hands down to the heart. Okay, and then that left leg's going to reach out. Okay, you're pushing in through the right foot. Flex the foot, point the foot, and the foot doesn't have to be very high. Flex the foot, point the foot. And let's try this one more time. Flex and point. Good. And then bring that leg back down. Bring your arms all the way up, back up. And this time we're going to twist. So we're going to twist towards the right. And we're going to just bring the arms down by our sides. Okay, so we're just twisting in the midsection. We're keeping our hips level. And again, in a twist, you can move your eyes a little bit more or your head. Try to keep your shoulders down. Breathe. And inhale, float the arms all the way back up. And we're going to go all the way over towards that left side. Just slowly bring the arms down. Doesn't matter how far you twist. Just stay as upright as you can. Relax your shoulders. Breathe. Okay, and then inhale, bring those arms all the way back up. And then bring your hands down towards your heart. Okay, so this time the left foot's going to be pushing down, the right foot is going to come up with your knee bent. And you might only bring it up a little tiny bit, okay? You might be able to grasp it and bring it up like this or like this. But again, you do you. It can be just here. This is fine. Okay, and then if you're holding on to the leg, you can release it and just stretch it out. And then bring it back down. Good, and put that weight into your right foot. Pick up the left foot. And again, it can be as high as you like. You can hold on to it. If that serves you better. You can put your hand underneath. And then we'll stretch the leg out. And then bring that foot back down. Good. And then inhale those arms all the way back up. Open up the arms again, and we're going to go forwards. This time, slide the hands up. The front of the legs to your knees and come up halfway. Good. So we're kind of like, that back is nice and long here. It's on an angle. Okay, now bring yourself all the way back down. And then bring yourself all the way up. So arms into a T to bring yourself all the way up. Bring your hands to touch to the heart. And you're going to lift up your heels. So you're on your toes just as much as you can. So try to make sure that all 10 toes are touching the ground. If you can press into that big toe a little bit more and baby toe a little bit more. It's a little tricky. And we're breathing. We're breathing here. Okay. We're breathing. Okay, let's bring the heels down. And when the heels come down, we're going to put the weight into the heels. We're going to lift up the toes and the ball of the feet. Okay, and while we're doing this, we're going to bring our arms into cactus arms. Okay, so our elbows are lifted, so there's a 90-degree angle here. Okay, as much as you can. Good. Spread out your fingers. Breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. Good. And then on your exhale, bring your hands back to your heart and lower your toes back down. Good. One more time. Lift up your heels. Yeah, heels. Press into all 10 toes. All 10 toes, yeah. I know, the connection sometimes doesn't make it.
Yeah.
That's okay, that's okay. Breathe and notice. So sometimes it helps to close our eyes so that our eyes and our minds are not wandering. We're really focusing on what's happening here. So we want to really push down through the toes, push down through our seat. Sit up nice and tall. So there's still an engagement going on here. This can be a very powerful pose. Breathing and noticing. Okay, but keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Okay, exhale. Lower your heels down. Put the weight into the heels. Lift up your toes. Bring your arms out. Reach out. And then we're going to bend into the elbows and come back into our cactus arms. Spread out those fingers. Try to relax the shoulders as much as you can and breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay. And then bring those hands back together. Lower the toes down. Good. Take a moment here. Okay, let's shake out the hands. Let's shake out our feet. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Get some of that excess energy to come out. Okay, then sitting up nice and tall again. Bring your hands towards our heart. We're going to heel toe the feet apart. Heel toe, heel toe, heel toe. As wide as you can. And then heel toe them back together. So who knows what's going on here? Where we have inner thighs and outer thighs. They're working, as well as our obliques. I don't know if you can feel the obliques working right here, but they're working to hold us up. Open up as wide as you can, and then bring it back again. We'll do that one more time. Heel toe, heel toe. And bring it back. Good. Okay. So now we're going to just scooch ourselves over towards the right. Okay. So we're going to keep our left thigh on the chair. Okay. And we're going to take our right leg and we're going to bring it back. So the knee can be, so just play around with it. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you, just make some adjustments. We should feel very supported on the chair. Okay. Don't worry about how far the leg goes back. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Doesn't have to go back very far. You can come a little bit, you can come a little bit more over this way. Yeah, and even just bring the foot out to the side a little bit. Yeah, just yeah. Sometimes we get cramps, so just adjust it. It should feel comfortable. If it's not comfortable, adjust it until it does, and you should feel balanced. Okay, okay. So we're here, and we're gonna. This is pretty much a lunge or warrior one. So we're gonna just bring our arms up, just where they can go. Okay. If it ends up being too much, you can always bring your hands onto your head or onto your shoulders, okay? Up to you. We're just going to take a moment here and breathe. Pushing down through both feet as much as you can. Just breathe, breathe, breathe. And also make sure that the front knee is over top of your ankle somewhat. Okay, so we feel really kind of balanced here. Breathe, 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 breathe. And then bring those arms down. Okay, so you can hold on to the chair for this next one. You're going to take this leg, this right leg, you're going to reach it out to the side. Good. Yeah, and you can bend into the knee if it's too intense. Okay, this is fine as well too. Okay, okay. So we're going to bring those arms back up, and we're going to do a side bend. So this is actually gate pose. So just rest your hand. Your right hand comes down to the leg. The left arm might be up, or you might rest it on your head. It's totally fine too. Okay, so we're stretching out through this left side of the body. Okay, breathe. So if it feels too intense, back off. We don't have to go very deep, okay? Make sure you're breathing. Good. Okay, let's bring those arms down. And we're gonna heel toe this right foot back. And you're gonna come back, wiggle, wiggle until you get back into your seat. And just take a moment. Just notice this side of the body is gonna feel, you're gonna feel a lot of things. This side of the body, you'll probably feel a lot of things too, but they're gonna be different things that you're feeling. Breathe. Think of your breath as kind of a cleansing. So when you breathe in, you're bringing in energy, and then exhaling out, it's like you're just flooding, like turning on a hose, and you're just washing all of the debris or anything that you don't need out. Okay? So feel that as with your breath. Okay. And then let's move over towards the other side. So we're going to wiggle ourselves onto the left side. So your right leg and hip and buttocks are going to be on the chair, and then you're going to take that left leg and you're going to bring it back a little bit. Okay, so again, this side is going to feel different in your body because we're not symmetrical. Okay, and that front leg, try to get that knee over top of your ankle as much as you can. Okay, just do whatever you need to do here. Okay, good, perfect. And then we're just going to stay here and breathe for a moment. We can bring our hands towards our heart. And then we can take our arms up. And just breathe. This side's going to feel different. It might feel easier. It might feel more difficult. Just notice with your breath. If you feel some pinching or something that doesn't feel right, then change it, please. See if we can do 1 or 2 more breaths. You can bring the arms down at any time. And then we're going to bring those hands back down. Maybe you need to hold on to the chair, and you're going to take that leg and reach it out. The knee can be bent or it can be straight. Okay, you might have to adjust. Yeah, you might have to adjust. The leg can be out a little bit more forwards as well too. It doesn't have to be right out here. Okay, but you place it where you feel comfortable. Okay, so you're going to feel some stretching in this inner thigh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and maybe even in the hip flexors a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to bring those arms back up again, and we're going to side bend towards the left. Okay, and it doesn't have to be much. The arm can rest here. The arm can rest. You can even bring the hand down if that feels better in your shoulder. There's so many adjustments that you can make to this. Okay, so just whatever, just paying attention to what's happening in your body. Breathing. Okay, one more breath. And then bring yourself up. Good. As to the heart. And then we're going to heel toe that foot back. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And just take a moment. Just notice. You can shake out if you want to. Feel like you need to shake something. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. And we're going to play with the buttocks, those big muscles in our butts that we sit on too much. Okay, so we're just going to squeeze the glutes. So you're going to feel this little lift. Every time I do this, I think of a whoopee cushion. So squeeze, and when you squeeze those, you're going to feel it in your hips, you're going to feel it in your thighs. All of a sudden, your muscles in your thighs and even in the lower leg and the feet are going to activate. Okay, you might feel it through your core as well too. So squeeze and then release. But when we're releasing, we're not slumping. Okay, so we're releasing, relaxing. Okay, and then we'll squeeze again. But keep breathing. We're not holding the breath. And then release it. Okay, we'll do that again with both sides. Squeeze. Pushing your feet into the ground as much as you can. Really have to focus here. And release. Good. And then just wiggle around for a moment. Okay, and then come back to center, and then we're gonna do one side at a time. So you're gonna squeeze your right side, just as much as you can. Just feel a little bit of engagement. So sometimes directing and focusing on that right side helps. And then release the right side, and then do the same thing on the left side. Good. And release it, and then the right side again. Release it, and the right side. Left side. And release it. Okay. And then wiggle around a little bit more. Okay. And then sit still. And now both sides, both. Release, left side. Okay. Release, right side. Release, both. Release, right side. Release, left side. Release, both sides. Release, both sides. Release, right side. Release, both sides. Release, left side. Release, both sides. Release. Okay. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Oh, well, yeah. Well, because the buttocks is attached to the lower back. Yes, yes. So we're strengthening and stretching. Yeah, for that lower back. Yeah. So let's widen the feet out just a little bit. Okay. And we're gonna do some bigger circles now. Let's go around one more time. And then we're gonna sit up nice and tall. And we're gonna do a side bend. So we're gonna bring the arms up. We're gonna hold on to this side, the right side of the chair. Okay, and we're gonna side bend. This arm can do whatever you want. So you can stretch up here, you can put it on your head, your shoulder, you can put it beside you, you can put it around your back. So whatever works best for you, whatever you like to do. Okay, equal weight through both feet.
That's relaxing.
Just relax, very relaxing. Good. And then inhale, come all the way back up, reach both arms up. Good. And then both arms, we're going to go over towards that left side. So you're going to hold on to the left side of the chair. Reach. Keep both hips onto the chair though. Don't fall off your chair. And then this right arm can be up and over your ear. It can be down by your side. You can wrap it around your back. Place it on your head. So whatever it's like here. Good. And then inhale, come up. Bring the arms up, bring your hands down to the heart. And you can unwind with your feet, bring your feet back together. Okay, so we're going to stand up. So push into your feet. You can bring your hands to your thighs, push and stand up. Then we're going to turn around. We're going to grab our chairs. And we're going to come into a downward dog. Yeah, turn the chair around. Okay. So we want to face the seat of the chair, unless you want to stay up a little bit more. If you want to hold on to the back of the chair, totally fine. But we're going to bend into our knees. We're going to reach towards the chair. I like to start with holding onto the chair so I feel steady. Then I start to walk my feet back. Okay, and then you start reaching your hips back, and then you can bring your hand onto the seat of the chair or the back of the chair, whatever. And you're just going to reach those legs back, bend into the knees. The head can be right between your arms, your elbows can be bent. You can go a little bit closer and just put your whole forearm onto the ground, onto the chair as well too. So up to you. You have to play around with it until you find where it feels the best in your body. Bend your knees. That will help to support your back. And then you're going to be able to stretch out your back and your hamstrings a little bit more. In a peaceful way. Okay, so you need to bend your knees. Make sure your knees are bent. Okay. So you don't have to have your arms on the chair like I'm doing. You can keep holding onto the chair. You can place your hands on the chair. Okay, you don't have to go as far as I'm going. You can stay up here. Up to you, but do bend your knees. It'll help let you go a little bit deeper. I'll take a few breaths here. And then we're going to start to walk our feet towards the chair again. Bend into the knees to bring yourself all the way up. Okay, we're going to bring the arms up. Give ourselves a nice big stretch, lengthen right through your whole body, and then bring your arms back down. Good. Then we're going to turn the chair around. So you have the back of the chair facing you. Good. Okay, so we're going to take our right leg and we're going to bring it forwards. And we're going to take the left leg and we're going to bring it back. Okay, so we're in warrior one. Okay, so up to you whether you bring your arms up or not, and it doesn't really make any difference. So a little bit more exertion if you bring the arms up, but we can stay here. And we're going to bend into that right knee a little bit more and bring the pelvis forwards a little bit. So you're going to feel the stretch happening right through the hip flexors, not too much, to feel gentle, but you'll feel the stretch all the way down your leg, okay? And we want to try to keep your hip bones facing the chair. So equal weight through both feet. You might have to adjust the legs. That back leg might come out to the side a little bit more. It might come in a little bit more. It might go further back, or it might come in. Try to have the toes, they're going to be on a slight diagonal, okay, about 45 degrees. So they're not 90 degrees. They're about 45. Okay. So, but everyone's hip bones are different. So play around with it until you feel your hip bones are facing the back of your chair. Okay. And if you want to hold up your arms, you can go and do that. Up to you. There's lots of variations. And if it's too much up here, you can bring your hands down. Focus on something. And again, if you need to hold on to the chair. Breathe. Lengthen through the side bodies. Okay. And then on your exhale, we're going to bring those hands down. And we're going to take a step forwards. Maybe just adjust it, make a wiggle around. This way. Yeah, down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to bring that left leg forwards a little bit. And then we're going to move that right leg back. So again, just adjust your legs. Takes a moment to get yourself all centered. So the same thing applies on the side. So we're standing up nice and tall. That foot's about 45 degrees. Hip bones are facing the chair. Okay, we're going to do a little pelvic tilt here so that we have some lengthening through the pelvis and through the hip flexors. And you can rest your hands on the chair. Your front knee should be somewhat over top of your ankle. And then whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands here, one hand, two hands, or you can bring your arms up. And we're just going to hang out here for a couple of breaths. And if you feel yourself, moving or swaying from side to side, that's totally normal. Your body's just always looking for balance. But make sure you breathe. Okay. One more breath. And then we'll bring those arms all the way down. And we're going to take another step forwards. Okay, shake it out again. Only I'm doing this just because you can see me better. Okay, so we're going to go into warrior two this time. So your right foot is going to be between the legs of your chair. You're going to take your left foot, you're going to bring it back and 90 degrees now. Okay, so you're still holding on with this right hand. Okay, so the feet can be a little bit closer, but we want them wide enough so that you're going to feel some things happening. So this time, your hips, your hip points are going to face to the side, and they're not going to be totally in line with the side of your mat. Okay, because our hips are most people hips are not built that way. Maybe 8-year-old boys. That's pretty much it. Okay, so this front knee, this right knee is over top of your ankle. If you feel it swaying in, that's not good. Okay, it's gonna mess with your hips. Okay, so make sure that it's there, and you might have to adjust this leg a little bit more. Equal weight through both feet. Okay, you can have a little bit of a bend in this back knee too, if that serves you, but try to keep the leg straight but not locked. Okay, so we're balancing on both feet here, breathing. Okay, and then we're going to take this back arm, left arm, we're going to reach it out. Okay, just out, like right out of your shoulder, setting up nice and tall. Okay, and then we're going to take this other arm, I'm going to reach it out. Now at any point you can bring your arms down, you can hold on to the chair. Okay, I'm going to try to hold it like this, and then we're looking over that right arm and breathing and breathing. Yeah, good. Okay, and then we're going to bring the hands down, and we're going to straighten both legs. Good. Bend back into the knee, float the arms back up. Bring the arms down, straighten the front leg. Make sure you keep breathing. Bend into the knee, and the arms go up. Good. Arms come down, straighten the leg. Equal weight through both feet. So we're not really shifting the weight, we're just bending the knee. Okay. And then one more time, bend the knee, float the arms up. Good. Bring the arms down, straighten the legs. Okay. Good. And then we're going to just pivot our legs and step forwards. And again, shake, 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 shake. I'm going to turn around again. You'll see what I'm doing. Shake, shake. And then we'll do the other side. So just take a moment just to notice your body. You're going to feel like you've done some stuff here. Okay, you feel you should feel some stuff happening in the hips and through the legs, the arms, the shoulders, the back, the core. Okay, let's do the other side. So take your left foot, bring it forwards, and then the right leg is going to go back. Toes are pointing towards the long side of the mat. So 90 degrees this time. Okay, and adjust the legs so they can be wider spread apart or not. Your hips might point on a diagonal, totally fine. You're gonna hold on with your left hands, and then you're gonna bend into that left knee. Okay, so make sure the left knee does not turn inwards. We want it turning outwards. So there's this rotation, external rotation in that thigh. Okay, we're looking over your left hand, and then you're gonna float your back arm up, and then maybe your front arm up. Okay, so this is warrior 2. Yep, you got it. Good. You can always keep that front arm, that left hand onto the chair if that feels better in your body. Okay, so let's take maybe 1 or 2 more breaths here. Really strong. This is called a warrior 2. So you know that it's a very strong pose. It's strong. Okay, and the arms are reaching away from each other. It's like you have a sword. You know a sword fighter? Yeah. Okay, so on your exhale, you're going to bring your arms down. You're going to straighten your front leg. Yeah, and then bend back into the knee, float the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands down. Straighten the front leg. You can always keep your hand down on this chair. And then bend back into the knees, the arms float up. Good. And again, arms come down, straighten the front leg. Arms come back up. And bend into the knee. We'll do that one more time. Arms come down, straighten the knee. And bend back into the knee, arms come back up. Okay. And then we'll bring the arms down. And then we're gonna turn towards the chair again, and then we're gonna just shake out. Shake, 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 shake. Good. And then we're gonna do one more downward dog. So this time we're gonna, because we're facing the back of the chair, we're gonna try downward dog with the back of the chair. So we're just going to walk back. So we're holding onto the chair. Now don't hold on to the chair so tight that you get cramps in your hands, okay? Gently, gently, be kind to the chair, and then just walk back as far back as you like, bend into the knees, reach the hips back. And you can go as deep as you want, okay? Just depends on what you're feeling. So if you don't want to work in the shoulders a little bit, then bend into the elbows a little bit and walk a little bit closer to the chair and just reach your hips back. You'll get more into your buttocks, your hips, and your hamstrings. And the more you straighten your legs, the deeper you're going to get into the hamstrings and into the back. And you can really bend into the knees to help to support the back. Make sure you're breathing. This is great. If you don't have a chair, if you have a counter or a wall, you can do this too. Okay. And then we're going to slowly come up, bend the knees a little bit more. You can walk towards your chair and then bring yourself up to stand. And I'm going to stand in mountain pose for a moment. You're standing up nice and tall, bringing your hands by your side. Take a moment and breathe. And then we're going to sit back down. So knee in your chair, come around to the front. And if possible, sit down without using your hands. If you can. We're just going to sit down into our chair, wiggle again until you get comfortable. Again, we're going to do some circles. But this time, when we're doing our circles, we're going to do a little cow and cat again. So as we come forwards, we're going to do a cow. So your heart is going to go forwards. When you're going back, you're going to round out the back. So that's our cow. So you're going to go forwards, the heart goes forwards. So we're strengthening the back here. And then coming back around, stretching the back out. But strengthening the abs because you're going to pull them in. Inhale, going forwards again. Stretch, strengthening the back, stretching the abs. And then going around again, stretching out the back. Okay, let's go in the reverse. Go nice and slow. Down here, and then exhaling as you go back. Okay, as you go forwards. And exhale as you go back. About 3 more of these. Breathing. I'll do one last one. Let's sit up nice and tall. Just take a moment here. And then we're going to come into our Savasana. So I invite you, if you want to lay down on the ground, you can. But we're just gonna lean back into our chairs. Your knees can stay bent, or you might want to stretch them out. Okay, so you can relax your arms on your belly, on your body, on by your sides. Whatever, just don't slide off the chair. Make sure you don't slide off the chair. And just relax. So if you need to bend into your knees a little bit more just to keep yourself up on the chair, you do that. Just relax your eyes, relax your jaw, relax your breath. Let's peacefully bring ourselves back. Good. Inviting a nice long breath into the body, wiggling fingers, the toes. You can shake if you want to. You can give yourselves a little stretch. And we're going to sit up and back into our chairs. And I'm just going to put it on here, so maybe Elizabeth will hear, but I think we definitely need to have an exterminator come and deal with these wasps. I know they're lazy right now, but still, I don't feel comfortable having them all around buzzing all over the place. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall. They're fine. They haven't gone anywhere near you, but they still are around. Don't like it. Okay, so let's close our eyes again just for a moment and check in with ourselves again. So we checked in at the beginning of the class. Check in again. Oh, okay. After I said that. So just checking in again. So we checked in at the beginning of class, check in again, and just notice maybe the difference on how you're feeling. Notice your breath. Notice maybe if you feel more relaxed, or maybe something else. Maybe you feel like you've used your muscles, used your joints. Notice as much as you can. Take a nice big breath in. Sigh it out. Bring your hands towards our hearts and bow our heads and give some gratitude. So what are you feeling grateful for at this moment? It doesn't have to have anything to do with yoga. Just anything that you're feeling grateful for. And then feeling grateful for yourself. And now feeling grateful for your practice. Feeling grateful that you came out to practice today, that you made time for yourself to be aware of how you're breathing and how you're moving. And we will finish with Om. Take a breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. And breathe in for Om. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.